Okay, here's the second 2-pack we're going to take a look at in this Versus series with the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. This is In Space Red Ranger versus Astronema. So before we take a look at the figures, we're going to take a look at the packaging. But first I'm going to move the figures out of the way, only because I don't want to knock them over anyway, even though I did, so that kind of canceled that out. Anyway, here's some nice artwork for the front, showcasing In Space Red Ranger and Astronema. Looks good. Power Rangers Lightning Collection, In Space Red Ranger, Astronema, Hasbro, warning choking hazard, ages 4 and plus. Probably can't see any of that because of the stupid glare. I really wish there was something I could do about that. But hey, it's the light to my room. Nothing can be done about that. On the side of the packaging, we've got the rest of the artwork for Astronema and Power Rangers in Space. On the other side of the packaging, we've got the rest of the Red Ranger artwork and Power Rangers in Space. To the back of the packaging, and here we've got a promotional shot of the two figures going at it here with the lightning effect, showing that their weapons are clashing with one another. Nice, love that. And that's about it for the packaging. Here's the Red Ranger from In Space. Costume is your basic In Space costume. I mean, there really isn't that much to describe here because it's basically just white gloves, white boots, a red suit with nice striping that goes across, showcasing the colors of the Core 5 Rangers. And then we got the Mega Ranger logo right there for the belt, right? And it looks good for the most part. There's a little bit of some sloppiness, just a little bit, just a smudge there that I can fix up. It does also have that little gold trim right there for that piece on the forehead of the helmet. And then we've got, of course, the black dome here for the top. You know, due to the fact that this is the Lightning Collection, can't really get the arms to go down because of the engineering. That's about as far down as they go. You'll get used to it. Let's take a look at some of the weapons that he does have. His Astro Blaster here, as we focus in on it. It's not the proper blue color it's supposed to be, but it's not that bad. I'm not really going to complain about it. Do have some nice silver here for the top piece, and then there's that gold trim right there again with some spots of red for the striping, and that's about your color. Let's compare it real quickly to the Astro Blaster for yellow. Same color. Okay, not really anything to complain about there. Figure can hold it pretty good, but I'm just going to go ahead and put it back in its holster. You can probably tell what I'm going through here. Interchangeable hands. Okay, so we got a balled up left fist, which is, okay. But this one kind of makes sense here, this right hand, because the In Space Red Ranger throughout the series always had his hand in that pose, which, you know, I'm fine with. Okay, sure, whatever, but again, I just prefer the open gripping hands for their weapons that they come with, like, let's say, his signature weapon here, the Spyro Saber. Did not anticipate this at all when this figure was first announced. I didn't think that the In Space Rangers were going to get their weapons of choice, but it's nice that we do have it. It's basically done in black plastic with the Spyro piece painted up in silver with some red highlights there too. I hope this comes out in full focus here because, man, this camera has been trippy lately. Anyway, like all weapons, the figure, once I get it in his hands here, can grip it pretty good. Very secure. Not loose at all. I appreciate that. The only other thing that the Red Ranger comes with is his civilian head sculpt, which definitely looks like the actor that played Andros. This is one of the best looking head sculpts that I have in my collection of this Lightning Collection, especially with the highlights of yellow in his hair here, which is accurate to what he had in the show. He also has a little earring piece there that's actually painted up in silver. A nice touch. They didn't have to do it, but hey, they went to the effort, so I'll give it to them. Nice. Really good looking. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show this off real quickly because there's probably somebody that's going to look at this and think, hey, isn't this just Tommy from the Zeo Ranger 5 Lightning Collection figure, his civilian head? No, because here it is right here. And as you can see, they are definitely different in the sculpt. There's no similarity at all. Nothing. So, yay. And again, just like all the other Lightning figures, it could be a little bit of a trick to get it on, but once it's on, it does look really good. Look at that. Look at that. Really nice. Why is this video coming out dark? I'm impressed. I'm very impressed with this. Now I'm going to show you real quickly a side-by-side comparisons with Yellow Ranger again, just to show you one real difference here. Now, due to the fact that this is a Yellow Ranger figure, and since we have that yellow collar piece, which is iconic to their style in the costumes, they had to go with gold for In Space Yellow, which I think is actually accurate to the show. I mean, it makes sense here, because if this was actually done in yellow, well then you wouldn't see it at all. So, yeah. Okay, so let's get to the articulation on In Space Red. Ball joint at the head, hinge joint at the neck, universal shoulder joints, full rotation as well. So he says, even though it's tripping right now. There we go. Full rotation. Come on. Full rotation, there. Bicep swivel cut. Double jointed elbows, wrist rotation, hinge joint for inward and outward movement, upper ball jointed torso, ab crunch this much back, that much forward, and we got the ball joints of the hips, that much kicking forward, that much going back, that much for a split, swivel cut at the thigh section, double jointed knees, swivel cut at the boots, hinge joint for up and down movement at the feet. Also includes the lovely ankle rocker pivot. We can take a look at the real attraction to this 2-pack here. Astronema, Corone, his sister, if that's what you want to say. Holy crap, I was not expecting this so soon in the Lightning collection. We are only in wave 6, maybe getting to 7 soon enough. And we've already got someone that I did not anticipate that we would ever touch for years. But I'm glad they did do this. I am so happy about this. But we can take a look at Astronema. You know, again, my 2-pack. These figures look really good. Eyes are nicely painted, or should I say the entire face print is straight. Lipstick is in the right spot. It's not drooping. It's not in a different place. She also has blush around her cheeks, which is accurate. Looks good. The band around her head looks great. It's got little spots of silver here, as it should. Her hair has different highlights. It's a little light on the top. Once it goes down, it gets darker, which is nice. Looks good. Her armor is made out of a very soft material. You can remove it if you want. It's also done in that plastic, which I prefer. If they're going to do dull gray plastic, it needs to be this style of gray, where it's got that nice effect to it, which it definitely shines. Love it. There's also silver highlights here on the shoulders, showcasing some symbols or something on both sides. Can't make out what it is, but hey, it's there. We do have this necklace piece here that does have some gold here. Her gauntlets here. We do have silver for the middle portion. The rest of this is done in that nice color of the plastic. Very good. No, actually, let me go ahead and correct myself. I'm wrong about that. This is actually painted in silver. This is a dark gunmetal gray. Right. So, she also has this piece here on her thigh, which is accurate for storage of this, this thing here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know, I don't remember what this is, okay? We can also peg it in right here. It slides a lot and it comes off very easily, but if you're displaying the figure, it'll stay on just fine. And that's about it for her details. I mean, lots of details going on up in here with the paint and all that, but down here, just got black. Also, this is the mold that's used for the female Rangers here, just done in black, and everything else is pretty much painted on except for the removable pieces and the new additional pieces. And there you go, that's what makes Astronema. Oh, especially the head. Outside of that, let's go ahead and get to the articulation on this figure. She does have a ball joint at the head, though it's kind of limited in the way it can move because of the hair. Nice and soft, very flexible, but it does still have that hindrance. We also have the hinge joint at the neck. We've got the universal shoulder joints, which is very tight on my figure, but can still move if you wanted to, just hindered by some of the armor. I mean, that's about it. We have the lower bicep swivel cut there that's above the elbow joint. We have the elbow joint that's just 90 degrees of bend. Rotation at the wrist. A hinge joint for inward and outward movement. We've got the ball jointed upper torso, the ab crunch, which you want to be careful with this figure because this is all painted here. Too far forward and you might chip some of this over time, so be very careful there. We also have ball joints at the hips, which are tight, and this is much kicking forward for her, not much going back. And then we got the split. We have a thigh swivel cut, double jointed knees, the hinge joint for up and down movement at the feet, the ankle rocker pivot, and yes, we also have the additional rotation there. So they didn't want to break up this sculpt here. And since she doesn't wear any boots, it makes perfect sense. I feel like some other companies, like let's say McFarlane Toys and NECA, could learn from this, especially with the fact that their ankle pivot on their figures really isn't as good as Hasbro's. This could go a long way if they went with this design. We'll go ahead and show off her accessories that she comes with, which I've already done. You know, this thing looks like a boomerang, and I still don't know what it is. We also have this staff piece here, like I showcased earlier, where she was holding. Nice trim of gold and red all around the top. And it's done out of that nice shiny gray plastic, which I prefer. And then she's got alternate hands, which are just straight up balled up fists. Yay. Finally, her last accessory she comes with is this lightning effect piece that's promoted on the back of the packaging. And yes, it actually attaches to the staff like so. So if you wanted Andros clashing his weapon with Astronema's staff, it can be done. There you go. There's that. And that's about going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up because this is longer than I had anticipated here. And we're going to do the side-by-side comparisons to finish this off real quickly. Here's the In-Space Psycho Ranger Red Ranger. Man, that was a lot to say there. I'm sorry I botched that. And finally, In-Space Yellow Ranger. So there you go. There's the size comparisons between these four here. That's going to do it. If you have the chance, might I recommend you go to BigBadToyStore.com right now and check to see if it's still available. If it hasn't sold out just yet, you better jump on it as soon as possible. So that's it. Questions or comments, you know, do hit it down below in the comment section of the video. If you like today's video review, hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to give me a sub up. If you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down. Don't forget to throw in the towel. And until then, this is Rez Power signing off saying thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye-bye.